Hey y'all, it's Honey Priestess. Welcome. I'm so excited to be starting this channel. As you can tell, this is going to be the November monthly for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. But if it's not November and you're not a Scorpio and you were still guided here, you're still in the right place, okay? So the way that we're going to do this, we are going to start with some oracle cards, and then we're going to get into the tarot spread and end on some advice, okay? So the four cards I pulled, and we're going to look at the bottom of the deck too, okay? But I have the Daughter Value, 31 breaking down to a 4, 36, second chakra, Archangel Ariel. I don't really work with archangels like that, but it's not that I don't believe in them, just, you know, that's for you, that's for you. But this is the second chakra, the sacral chakra, 36 breaking down to a 9. We have All Tied Up, 23 breaking down to a 5. And we have Envy, which is 20, breaking down to a 2. At the bottom of the deck, we have Happy Family. Look at this. Happy Family right here. 4. And under that, we have Attachment. Under that, we have Community. All right. So, initially, I actually got that this was kind of good for you. Because Daughter Value in the second chakra, for me, this tells me that you're getting a new opportunity presented to you. I don't know why I'm getting the sense of like you getting a job that's like a really good fit for you, or you being able to make money off of something that makes you feel like in your own element. It may be something creative, it might just be a skill, whatever, but whatever it is, it makes you happy, and I feel like this is money coming in a way that makes you happy. Even if it's not necessarily tangible money, I really do feel like your self-worth. Okay. So some of you guys have had some type of like breakthrough, right? Maybe you haven't had it yet, maybe you're stepping into it, but I really feel like whatever that is, it's because of the fact that you now have a better sense of self-worth, right? So life might just be looking good for you in general. You might just be happier. Whatever it is, it's really, really like it's surging off of you. How do I don't really know how to put that into better words, but I mean that in a sense like people can tell that you're in a good space. You know what I'm saying? You might literally be glowing, you know, whatever that might be for you. I say that because over here, these two cards tells me that somebody's feeling a way about it. I don't know if you can see that. Somebody's feeling a way about it. And this envy, so there's a couple ways. One way is that you might be feeling envious of other people, but the only reason you'll be feeling envious is because you haven't stepped into this for yourself. For whatever reason, you're postponing it or avoiding it. I don't know, I'm getting playing yourself. Like you might get caught up in thinking that you're healing and thinking that you're doing well, but you're not happy. Or you're looking at other people and worried about what they're doing, so it's like, it's not really adding up, you know? And I'm not saying that to be shady, I'm just saying. You know, that's something you can change, but if you are feeling envious of others, it's probably because you're not dealing with something. But I feel like this is people being envious of you, and like this is like some evil eye energy. To be quite honest with you, I almost feel like when you're doing well, even if you've been low for a minute, and I really do get that you have for the most part, it's like somebody doesn't really like, it's like they have this warped view of you. I don't really know how to better explain that. It's like they have this view of you like, oh, they get everything they want, or everything goes well for them, or, you know, in their eyes, you don't really go through that much. So it's like you getting yet another thing when really you're sitting here like, I've been struggling for months, years, like, but people just have a warped view of you. I want to say that's in the family only because obviously you have happy family here, but then under that being attachment and community, this attachment to me, I don't know why I feel like it's family or friends. Like, this is somebody close to you. This isn't like people just looking on. In fact, I almost get the sense that people are looking at you and they're happy for you. You know, like, if, you know, you're doing something and people notice on social media. It's like you have a lot of supporters, but it's like somebody close to you is sitting there like, like something else. And you're sitting there like, what? Like, why wouldn't you be happy for me? Right? I almost get this sense that this person, like, to an extent, knows just how in the gutter you are, or you were. But their jealousy runs so deep that it's like they can't fully be happy for you because it hurts them in some type of way. Crazy. Crazy. That, somebody jealous in the crew, period. Okay. Am I picking up anything else? Is that really like the start, like the overview? Okay. I'm not gonna ask questions. If I get anything else, I'll get something else. I'm gonna move these cards over here. And we're gonna get to the spread. So, once again, guys, thank you so much for trusting me and for checking this out. I'm like nervous. Like, I'm not nervous because I'm by myself-ish. Like, somebody's here, but it's like, it's kind of crazy for me to be sitting here and doing this, and y'all are my absolute first readings. I'm just really excited, you know, and I want to do this right. Okay. I already did shuffle these cards, huh? Shuffle all these cards. Anyway. Any information you need is in the description box. Okay? I haven't even set the intention. But I'm seeing some interesting things come out. Four of Swords and Queen of Cups. That just fell out. But I haven't set any intentions yet, so. I don't know if I said this, but check the description box for any disclaimers. I don't know if I literally just said that or not. But check it for disclaimers as well as the decks that I'm using and any other information you might need, okay? All these cards falling out, I haven't even set an intention. What's going on? Okay. Can I get messages for Jesus? Can I get messages for the Scorpio Collective for November 2019? Messages for the Scorpio Collective for November 2019. Okay. Four of Wands. Nine of Wands and the Seven of Wands came out. Messages for the Scorpio Collective, November 2019. Messages for the Scorpio. I'm not taking all those. I'm just not. Sorry. Messages for the Scorpio Collective for November 2019. Two more shuffles. Messages for the Scorpio Collective. Here. Last shuffle. Messages for the Scorpio Collective 2019. Okay. So we got 4 cards. Oh, look at that. So the Nine of Wands fell out here. 7 of Wands fell out. Ace of Pentacles. And the Four of Swords. And this fell out when I was just shuffling before. I don't know if you can see that. This old desktop here. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Knight of Pentacles. Okay. Jeez. All right, man. Listen. Okay. I don't know what kind of blessings you're coming into. I don't know what you have to look forward to. I'm just going to tell you to lay low. Okay, and I'm not saying that in the sense of live in fear. I really do feel like whatever you're coming into is protected, but you need to lay low about it. Period. Lay low. If you I'm getting retrograde. If you're signing anything, obviously it's retrograde, so you want to be very careful about the contracts that you sign. You want to be careful about going over them once, twice, 3 times. You already know how retrograde goes. It doesn't mean stop your life. It just means be careful. But whatever it is, I literally don't speak about it. Like, hold on to your secrets as much as you can during this retrograde. I don't know why I'm getting that. Listen, this 9 of Wands and the 7 of Wands, look at how, in this deck specifically, look at how she's like chopping down the wands, right? It's almost like it's like you have to work to protect whatever is happening for you from this angry person who is just hating. I don't know why this feels like such a hateration card right now. I don't. But it feels like somebody is just like upset that, what I was saying before, upset that things are working out for you. Hold on. Listen, I don't want to get too into this, but I just got the random message that somebody is mad that you took their person. Interesting. If you're in a situation where somebody's into you who has a partner and they're like ready to start a commitment with you or whatever the case might be, their person probably knows who you are and they're mad about it. If they don't know who you are, they're trying to find out. Just, that's such a random message. I'm going to move forward, okay? But it's literally like somebody is like terribly upset. And it's almost like they don't recognize how much work you put into this or how like really how much of a journey it was to get where you are right now. They have no concept of it, right? They just see the good things coming to you. I almost feel like interesting. It's almost like they pick up on it happening before it happens, whatever it is. Because this Ace of Pentacles is like, for me, I'm getting like gift or opportunity. Like something very visibly good happens to you. It's more than you just smiling and being happy and going about your life. It's like something happens. Something comes in for you. Something, you start something, whatever the case might be, and it's visible, and the support is visible, and they're just seething, right? And that's why that energy of you should really lay low is coming through. It doesn't mean don't celebrate your success or anything like that. But if this one thing comes in, just wait on it. Just wait on it. Because I don't know why I get this, sis. This retrograde is going to pull out some people's colors, true colors. You're going to see some stuff you wasn't ready to see before. This 9 of Pentacles, I think this is you needing to move with intention. This is be strategic about how you're doing things, about how you're moving, right? Have your plan in order and lay low. Okay? If you get something for you, you take care of you tie up all loose ends, you make sure it's real secure, and you just sit on that happiness and share it at the end of the retrograde. I cannot say that enough. I don't know why I'm getting that so much. Share it at the end of the retrograde. It's important for you to lay low because you need to see what's going on. Like you need to sniff out this person is what I'm saying. Right? And this is not something to make you paranoid, and I know Scorpios, y'all checking y'all mamas twice. I already know y'all, okay? But it's like, you need to be cognizant of the things people are saying. You need to be cognizant of how people are treating you. before even knowing anything. You just need to be cognizant of it. I do not like spreading fear like that. And I think Scorpios can handle it, but I really don't want to send you into a paranoia stage. But you just need to be very intentional about everything that you do throughout this retrograde. Seriously. We're going to clarify. I want to clarify this 9 of Wands because I feel like this is the person who's upset. This is a hater energy that just cannot handle this. I'm really getting family members or like close friends. And I want to be clear. Some of them do have bad intentions, but not all of them do. Some people really love you. They just have, stuff to work through. But some people... Listen, child. Okay. Please clarify the 9 of Wands for Scorpio, November 2019. Please clarify the 9 of Wands for Scorpio, November 2019. Please clarify, okay, Wands for Scorpio, November 2019. Please clarify Wands. Oh gosh, there's too many cards. I'm not taking all those. I'll take those though. It's a lot of cards, but I'll take them. Okay. So a lot of cards y'all hit me with. All right. So I have the 8 of Swords. I have the King of Cups. I have the Knight of Swords. 8 of Cups. Sorry, there's still more cards. Hold on. Queen of Swords. Judgment. And the 4 of Wands. I gotta take this bit by bit. I feel like this needs to be a thing. Oh, wait. Okay. Okay. Whoever you're dealing with is very emotionally immature. And there's something about them that's like you may not know they're self-deprecating, but they're self-deprecating. They actually might present as very confident and like emotionally sound, or they might hide their emotions very well. Maybe they don't talk about them a lot, but they're actually like, I don't know. It's just there's some, I don't know if they hold strong grudges. Interesting. I also kind of get the sense that maybe they feel like outshined by you. Like maybe this is something they dealt with in the past where they feel like, if it's a sibling, it's like, well, they always get the praise and they always get the attention. Everyone, they're always the one that does right, It's almost like bratty little sister energy, and that could be a way that it manifests. It could just be a friend who's always like, oh my gosh, you're so pretty and you're so great and you're so this and blah, blah, blah. And they might always compliment you, but maybe it's just jealousy. And I don't feel like this is jealousy that just came out of nowhere. I feel like this is jealousy that's been sitting for a while and they haven't really worked through it. And, they might be an otherwise pretty cool person, but it's like, I feel like you've definitely picked up on this. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. I feel like you've definitely picked up on this energy before, and maybe you didn't see it as threatening, or you were just like, oh, they have their thing. Okay. Oh, so these are like 3 different scenarios. Okay. So for some of you, like I said, it could be somebody who's been jealous of you for a while. For others of you, I'm telling you, somebody left somebody, okay? And you might be the person that they left the other person for. And it was quick and it was sudden and they didn't see it coming. And so that's why it's kind of like, listen, man, this is what makes it hard because it's, why am I getting this? Why you got me in this stuff, Scorpio? It really feels like somebody, it's not funny, but whoever left this other person has been sitting around like thinking about leaving this person and thinking about you. And oh my God, okay. I just feel like they've been dwelling on it for a while, and out of nowhere, they tell the person, like, hey, I've been thinking about leaving you. I'm about to leave you. And that's it. And I feel like this person is like, wait, what? But there's nothing they can do to change this person's mind because this person was, like, very, very sure about what they were doing. They just took really quick action. And they feel like, the other person feels like something's up. And, I mean, that's their intuition. If you date somebody long enough, you're going to know something's up. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like they're picking up on the fact that there's another person that might be you. Actually, some of y'all might be doing the leaving. And whoever you just left, you pissed them off. Y'all are messy. I'm not about to get in this with you. This final, I have this kind of split up in like 3 situations. This final situation, it might literally be... So it could be this situation, like what I just said about somebody leaving, except there could be like a situation where it's like, okay, like a cute little relationship, like maybe it's been going on a while, but you know, people weren't really talking about marriage like that. This might be a situation where somebody was talking about marriage or engaged or married. I'm not going to judge you today. I'm just saying this almost feels like this might be the situation where you're leaving somebody with a quick word, but you know, that can happen in any, whatever role you're in. It doesn't really matter. But this right here feels like long haul energy. This feels like, oh, we were planning to get married. This was my game plan. You know. It's like you popped up when they were separated. You know, they didn't really decide for sure if they were trying to work things out. And then somebody's like, no, I'm not going to work out anymore. I'm going to go. And then I'm going to go over here. It's like you just interrupted. Some of y'all, like I said, you got to reverse the roles for what it applies. If this is happening to you, I am sorry. Because that does not look cute. It does not feel good. Whatever scenario you're in, okay. Y'all, I'm not going to... This is messy. You know, I asked to give y'all messages of healing. This is messy. What's going on with this? What's this? I'm not going to look into the 7 of Wands because I feel like that's just... I don't feel like you're intentionally causing any of this. I think that's kind of what makes it like, sheesh for me. Like, I can't judge because I don't really feel like you're going out of your way to like hurt anyone or provoke anyone or homewreck or anything like that. I really feel like you're just sitting there living your life, trying to be your best, and it's just how the cookie crumbles. I don't know what else to say. Interesting. Some of you, you might have gotten in a relationship with somebody a while ago. And maybe your partner has been really private with it. Or maybe you guys had history from a while ago. Like, what you got going on has, like, long-term energy attached to it. And so there was kind of you guys might not be, this 4 of Swords. Okay, yeah. This offer for some of you guys, somebody trying to come in and like commit to you. It's like you guys haven't been talking for a while. Like it's been a long time of like not having things figured out, and then you guys come back around, but you have no idea that all this is going on. That's why I keep saying, you guys don't even know this is happening. It's like the whole time you were chilling, doing your thing, trying to get your life together, and you didn't realize all this was going on behind the scenes, but it was. And now the other person is just figuring out who you are, right? So yeah, if this is like a relationship, maybe to you it's, oh, well, we've been at this thing for a minute, blah, blah, blah. You know, all that cute stuff. You want to post them or you want to talk about them. Hey, man, I would lay low. And that doesn't mean lay low forever. It just means I feel like somebody is trying to find you or whatever. That's for the people who are dealing with the whole relationship scenario. If it's somebody who's closer to you in your circle, I feel like it's somebody that can really get in your head. Like their opinions matter to you. You value what they have to say. You value how they feel. And they might project onto you their feelings to the point where you'll get upset. And I feel like they're going to expose themselves anyway, but you need to be in a space where you can observe it and you know what's happening so that you're not taken aback when it happens and sitting there overwhelmed in the moment. You need to be prepared for that because it might be, like I said, I feel like a lot of you guys had kind of the inkling that they were jealous of you in some way, shape, or form. But you might not have necessarily seen it as harmful, and you might start seeing it that way, or you might start saying, oh, this is a real, real problem, and I really have to, like, keep my wins from them because evil eye is no joke. Bad energy is no joke. I want to clarify the Ace of Pentacles. Clarify the Ace of Pentacles for Scorpio, November 2019. Please clarify the Ace of Pentacles for Scorpio, November 2019. 2 more shuffles. Please clarify the... Listen, man. Hey. All right. You got the Queen of Swords, the Ten of Swords, and the Knight of Wands. Somebody is mad, period. This is clarifying the gift, the thing that comes in for you, right? This is the ending of one relationship, and that same person who just left her coming in for you with a lot of passion, absolutely sure about what they want to do. And the thing that's crazy is, and oh gosh, the bottom of the deck is the Five of Cups. Somebody's hurt. And the thing about the Knight of Wands, I usually think about like rash decisions, like just doing what you want, you know, like very impulsive. But this, I don't know why this feels so calculated. This Ten of Swords, do you know how much thinking had to go on before you hit the Ten of Swords? They thought it into the ground and they finally executed it. And now it's coming in as a lovely, genuine, passionate offer for you, but it's leaving somebody in the dust. It's screwing someone over. Some of you guys might even be getting a job. Okay. You might be getting a job. And you might come into the job and be hit with some hater energy. Like, what's that about? And you may come to find out that the person who is hating on you was trying to get the same job, right? But they outsourced. Or if it's not outsourcing, if it's between you and other people who want this role and you get the promotion and somebody's mad about it. The right decision was made in choosing you. And I think you worked for this. And so this energy, if this is in the workplace, is telling you to lay low, you know, because it's like somebody's looking for a reason to like screw you over or like show that you're not competent enough. So, you know, I don't necessarily get the sense that you would go around gloating, but just don't. You know, just quietly assume your position, do what you gotta do. That doesn't mean don't celebrate. That just means let people expose themselves during retrograde and don't get caught up when they expose themselves in terms of reacting to emotionally. This is crazy and this is messy. I'm really happy for you if you're the one who's benefiting from the situation, if you're the one who's hurting the situation or screwing somebody else over, maybe. And I don't, even if you're the one like screwing somebody else over, I still think you're justified. Like, that's what's hard about this. Because when I'm seeing things like divorce and major separations, it's not like you haven't thought this through and you didn't make a very clear-headed decision. I think you're just so ready to go and start. I feel like you've been dwelling on this and thinking about this for a while, you know? If you're in the position of leaving somebody or offering, I don't know that any of you are necessarily offering somebody something. Like, I don't necessarily get, like, in that co-worker situation, I don't get that you're, like, the boss choosing somebody else. I feel like in that situation, either you're seething or you're getting the promotion or getting the job that somebody else wanted. But I don't think that you're necessarily in any role where you did anything wrong. No matter who you are. Do I want to clarify the Four of Swords? I'm pretty sure that's telling you to lay low. I'm not really trying to go too deep into that. I'm hearing to clarify the Knight of Pentacles, so I'm going to do that. And then we're going to go on to advice. Oh, it's been 30 minutes already. I feel like I've been stuttering the whole time. Maybe not. We'll see. Okay, clarifying the Knight of Pentacles. Just clarify the Knight of Pentacles for Scorpio. November 2019. Please clarify the Knight of Pentacles for Scorpio, November 2019. Please clarify the Pentacles, Scorpio. Yikes. Too many cards. I'm actually not taking that stack. I'll take this though. Yikes. Okay. Okay, so we have the Four of Cups here. We have the Hermit. We have Death. Got some major arcana out here. We got a few major arcana. Nine of Coins or Nine of Pentacles. Two of Coins or Two of Pentacles. At the bottom of the deck, we have the High Priestess, and under that, the Ace of Swords. Yeah. You gotta lay low. You gotta lay low and let somebody expose themselves. Period. I'm also kind of getting, like, don't make any decisions that are out of guilt. Like, don't move in a way as to accommodate anyone else. Laying low, I'm not saying that for somebody else. I'm saying it for you because you don't want to get caught out of your element. Point blank, period. Okay? But you're going to come to a point where you have to make a decision about how to deal with this. And you need to see what you're dealing with and think about how you're going to move forward. Like, you really need to be in the observant mode, because if you are not cognizant of this, it will take you off guard. Has the possibility to. Because I feel like the reaction is going to be a little stronger than expected. Or the way they're acting is going to be a little harsher, more abrasive, more aggressive than expected, okay? This High Priestess with this Ace of Swords, I'm sorry. It's like your bells are going to go off, and it's going to be, I just feel like it's going to be a moment of like, I knew, but I didn't know. Like, this is just so much clarity coming in. And like I said, that's a really big reason you have to lay low and be intentional about how you're moving. why I'm getting like family secrets, just secrets in general. It's almost like okay, some people are gonna react, right? There's a lot of different scenarios, as we saw. I feel a little jumbled trying to keep up with everything, but as we saw, there's a lot of different scenarios. It kind of feels like in that coming out, it's like other secrets are gonna come out. Like maybe something happens and then it helps to inform something else that happened. Or maybe in getting so mad, they kind of reveal something that helps you connect dots to something that happened before. You know, something like that. It's not just going to be them reacting and you finding out, oh my gosh, it's them. It's like something else comes with it. Like I said, that could be family secrets. Or even secrets with your friend, like they might say something and then you're like, oh, it was you who did that? Like, oh, now I know why this wasn't going well for me. You were saying this kind of stuff behind my back, or I couldn't figure out what that feeling was. I couldn't shake that feeling. But, you know, it just, all types of connections are going to be made. And if I try to make them for you right now, I'm going to lose my mind. But you'll know what I mean. You'll know what I mean. There's just too much jealousy. There's too much evil going on here. And it's going to throw you off seeing somebody's true colors. Now, if this is somebody you really, really care about, obviously it's going to suck, right? But you have to make a clear-headed decision about how to move forward with them. I don't necessarily think that everybody's going to have to get cut off at the end of the day. But you're going to have to change how you move. And you're going to have to address some things very straight up. But you need to take time to think about it and then address it later. Because being emotionally reactive is not going to help you. Furthermore, this is a time where you should really focus on your own self-worth. Like, at the beginning, I feel like I mentioned this. Whatever you're coming into is very, very well deserved. And you've been working for it really, really hard. You deserve to be this happy. So don't get too caught up on, well, who's watching me and who wants me to fail and who's not happy. Like, don't get caught up on that. Be caught up in your own happiness. But be observant. Because there's a lot to learn, apparently. Oh my God. We are going to get advice. We are going to get advice for Scorpio. Thank you guys for working with me this first reading. It feels so choppy. It really does. But I hope it worked out. If I have time, I might have a surprise for Scorpios, especially in the month of November. So stay on the lookout for that. Also, if I have time, I'm going to do a Mercury retrograde video, which is obviously in Scorpio, starting on Halloween. So there's a lot to look forward to. This felt a little choppy for you. All right. Please give me takeaway advice for Scorpio, November 2019. Please give me takeaway advice for Scorpio for November 2019. Two more shuffles. Takeaway advice for Scorpio. Okay. Alright. So I have Trust, which is equivalent to the Fool card. Control, equivalent to the Strength card. Simply Love, which is equivalent to the Six of Cups. And the Five of Pentacles. It says feeling alone, but it relates to the Five of Pentacles. At the bottom of the deck, we have Observe, and under that, we have Listen. This is the Hangman and the High Priestess in the regular tarot deck. Okay, listen. If you are coming into a new relationship and you guys are working on things, or maybe you aren't working on. I feel like a lot of people are coming back from a space of like a time of separation. This person coming in might take you by surprise. I would trust where that's headed. I would take the time to really talk to each other and work on that, and I would lay low. I cannot say lay low enough, y'all. I cannot say lay low enough. I can't. Because I'm telling you, somebody's going to be jealous of it. I'm not going to get into this again. I already said this in the whole reading, all right? But trust where it's going, and allow it to flow, right? And also, I kind of get, like, with the control card, I think it's here to remind you that you are in control of your decisions, but you're also more in control of yourself. Like, it's safe to trust yourself in making this decision. Because I feel like whoever is coming back around might have been on games before. Maybe there's something that happened and you're trying to see if you can trust this or believe this. And you might be really, really hesitant to reconcile. But I think something in you might be telling you can. If it's telling you can't, trust that. But if it's telling you can, don't be too paranoid. Don't take that too far. You know what I'm saying? This is kind of letting me know that there is whatever offer comes through, even if it doesn't have to do with romance, right? Whatever offer is coming through is for you. It's always been for you. This card, for some reason, is just screaming like it was written well before you even thought to manifest it or work towards it or even thought you wanted it. Like, this was always for you. So don't let anybody convince you that it's not. This feeling alone here, this Five of Pentacles, I feel like this is you kind of getting the truth about things and feeling a way about it. You know, like, you don't want that friend to be the hater. You don't want to see that friend as a hater. That was your best friend. You don't want to see that sister, that brother as somebody who hates you. That's your person. You know, like, you're not going to want to see this, and it's going to feel very like, it's just going to feel like, man, who can I trust? Like, it's just going to feel a way, but whatever offer is coming through, if it's a person, a relationship, I feel like it's going to kind of make you feel better. You know, I think it's going to be there to support you through this process of kind of having your understanding of whatever relationship you have with this person come crashing down. You know, but it's temporary because ultimately you are going to make a decision about how to move forward. And if that's the heal, then commit to that, right? But you have to do so with better boundaries, with a better foundation, right? And you have to be very intentional about it. If somebody isn't at your level of maturity or whatever the case may be, that doesn't mean that you can't maintain a relationship with them, but you might have to redefine the boundaries so that you can have the relationship that you want with them, okay? Because this is gonna give you, it's gonna take you for a ride. The observe and listen are very, very straightforward to me, okay? This is that lay low energy. This is that be intentional. This is that understand what's going on before you react. Don't react, okay? Just lay low and protect what's yours. I don't know what that sound is, but good thing this video is ending. Thank you so much for supporting me. Thank you so much for trusting me with this. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Give me your feedback. Let me know how this resonates, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.